From our perspective here in Islamabad, we're watching the world change in real time. A new war has erupted in the Middle East, and you have to understand, for Pakistan, this isn't some distant conflict on the news. We're right in the middle of it, navigating some very treacherous currents, so this is an inside look at how we're managing this high-wire act. Now, to much of the world, this conflict probably seemed to come out of nowhere. But from where we sit, sharing a long and complicated border with Iran, this was a challenge we've frankly been anticipating for a long time. For us, the question was never if, but when. And the fallout? Well, it was immediate. We're seeing international markets just thrown into turmoil. Critical supply chains around the globe are fracturing under the strain. This isn't a regional skirmish, it's a crisis with a truly global reach. But for us here in Pakistan, these aren't just abstract headlines or financial reports. The consequences are immediate, they are severe, and they are unfolding literally on our doorstep. Okay, so let's dive into that. The war's first impact was just this powerful, destabilizing economic shock. It hit our system hard, and it came at a time when things were already incredibly difficult. You see, our economy is heavily dependent on energy from the Gulf. So, with the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, our oil imports were effectively choked off. This forced the government to hike fuel prices twice in a single month. And you can imagine the reaction. People were furious, and we saw mass protests erupting on the streets all across the country. On top of that huge economic pressure, we're dealing with an equally immense diplomatic challenge. It's like we're being forced to walk a tightrope, balancing the interests of these powerful, competing nations, all of whom are critical partners to Pakistan. And this right here really visualizes our core dilemma. On one hand, we stand with our neighbor Iran. We share a long border, and we affirm their right to self-defense under international law. But on the other hand, we absolutely cannot afford to alienate Washington or our key allies in the Gulf. They are our biggest financial supporters. It's an incredibly delicate balance. And this external conflict could easily ignite instability right here at home. That 900-kilometer border in Balochistan is already a volatile region. We've been dealing with cross-border militants for decades. A prolonged war risks not only escalating that violence, but also creating a potential new migration crisis, which our already stretched security forces would seriously struggle to contain. So, to understand how we're approaching this, you really have to look to our history. Believe it or not, this isn't the first time we've found ourselves in this exact position, acting as a bridge between global powers on the brink. We actually have a playbook for this. History offers a really powerful lesson here. Go back to 1971, a pivotal moment in the Cold War. The United States and China were not speaking. It was Pakistan that served as the crucial, secret channel that ultimately opened relations between them. That stunning announcement by President Nixon, which completely redrew the geopolitical map, well, it was made possible by quiet, behind-the-scenes diplomacy that originated right here in Islamabad. But, of course, the world has changed. The 1971 mission was all about handwritten notes and absolute secrecy. Today's diplomacy plays out in the full glare of the public eye. We're talking official statements, social media posts, everything is out in the open. So we're drawing on that unique history, but we're adapting the playbook for this new era. Our current strategy is a multi-pronged and very public diplomatic approach. So, what's in this new playbook? Well, it's essentially 3 clear public steps. First, we show solidarity with Iran by condemning the aggression. Second, we take a proactive role and offer to mediate peace talks. And third, and this is absolutely critical, we maintain strategic clarity by shutting down any confusion about our nuclear doctrine. And our offer to be a peacemaker, voiced by our foreign minister, isn't just a passing comment. It's a formal, public commitment to de-escalation. And it's an effort that's already supported by other key regional players like Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Egypt. And we have been unequivocally clear, publicly and repeatedly, that our nuclear weapons serve one single purpose: to deter an existential threat from India. These red lines are specific to that one context. They are not and will never be part of any other conflict. Now, despite all these careful and deliberate efforts, the path to peace is, well, it's filled with major obstacles. And from where we stand, success is far from guaranteed. A huge challenge for us is that a key player is absent from any discussion we could host.
Pakistan doesn't have diplomatic relations with Israel, and that vastly complicates any potential for direct negotiations here.
And that leaves us all with the final, critical question. We have a history of mediation, we have a clear strategy, and we have regional backing. But in a conflict with so many spoilers and with tensions this high, can this diplomatic high-wire act actually succeed? The stability of the entire region might just depend on the answer.